Good morning, YouTube. Viva Fry here. Occasionally I'm going to break away from my random videos of, say, me smashing a pumpkin with a bigger pumpkin, which you can find here, or me making a bottle rocket with dry ice and water, which you can find here, to bring you something quasi-educational and relevant. There was recently a video of a guy confronting his girlfriend over her cheating on him, and he immediately posted the video to YouTube, and it went quasi-viral, getting 1 million views in a couple of days. And it immediately had me thinking about the legal implications of doing something like that. Many of you know that I'm a lawyer operating out of Montreal, Quebec, so I have some experience with defamation in these types of situations. A lot of people, say rightly or wrongly, think that something can't be defamation if it's true. If it's true what I'm saying, then they can't accuse me of defamation and I can get away with saying it. It's true that under Canadian law, something can't be defamatory if it's a true statement. Now, there are some very big caveats to that. The first of which is, if someone makes a defamatory or prejudicial statement, there's a presumption that the statement is false. And the onus is on the person who made the statement to prove that what they said is in fact true. Now, try to prove that someone's a liar, a thief, or a swear word, well, that's going to be kind of difficult. Under Quebec law, there's an even bigger caveat. It doesn't matter if what you said is true, it can still be defamatory. So you can make public statements that are entirely true solely for the purpose of harming, and it will still constitute defamation under Quebec law. Getting back to Canadian law, there's an even bigger caveat. Something may not constitute defamation, but still constitutes a tort, what we call a wrong under Canadian law. So you can make a truthful statement which is prejudicial, and though it may not be defamatory, it will still constitute a tort under Canadian law that will get you into trouble. And it's this one that doesn't matter if the fact is true. Public disclosure of a purely private fact will get you into trouble under Canadian law. It won't constitute defamation, but it'll get you into trouble. And the conditions for violating the public disclosure of a private fact, the first is that the disclosure of the private fact has to be made publicly. There's nothing more public than YouTube. The second condition is that the facts disclosed have to be private and not public. In the example that we were talking about earlier, cheating on your boyfriend is necessarily a private fact, not a public one. And the third criteria for public disclosure of a private fact is the good one. It has to be publication which an ordinary reasonable person would find offensive or which would shock the ordinary sensibilities and are not of legitimate concern to the public. So all this to say, confronting someone and making public private facts, although it might make the person feel good, it will still constitute defamation under Quebec law. And even if it doesn't constitute defamation under Canadian law, it will still constitute a tort that can get that person in trouble. So keep your private facts private. Don't try to shame someone publicly on YouTube. It can only get you into trouble. Peace out.
Warning, this video is for educational purposes only. It does not constitute legal advice. Do not take it as legal advice. If you have any questions regarding the law, consult an attorney in the proper jurisdiction.